Hi, it's Kat at Orion Billing. I'm going to talk about insurance verification. Thorough insurance verification is a vital step for any healthcare practice. I recommend that our clients verify patient benefits at the front desk if possible rather than outside the office for a number of reasons. Most of the time, a remote biller is going to need a turnaround time to get the verif done, and entering time into the process increases the chances that the services performed aren't going to be covered. If a patient has a policy update and tells you at the last minute, or you have a walk-in, coverage can then be verified in your office immediately while the patient is there, and explaining benefits to a patient, what should be covered and what they may owe, is easier to do when the patient's right there with the front desk staff. It can be done out of the office with some preparation, and if you're able to do them for walk-ins right there in the office. But in any case, whether you do them in your office or you have them done remotely, let's get them done right. Make sure you have a good verification form to use with a box to check or a blank to fill in for all the details that you'll need so that nothing is forgotten. Online verification may not provide all the information you need to make sure that your treatments will be covered. If not, make a phone call to get the full benefit information. It is more time consuming, but it pays better and can be very worthwhile in the long run. There is a lot of detail to good, thorough insurance verification. When patients leave the office without paying, the chances that they're going to pay their balances due goes down exponentially. So here are some of the items to check for that will help. I really recommend knowing your insurance contracts. List out the insurers that pay you. Does this one allow you to charge patients for non-covered benefits? Does that one have other limitations? Having those details ahead of time will really help. Are you in network with the patient's specific plan? Make sure to ask for the correct benefits because the coverage the plan provides is very likely different if you're out of network. And if you don't ask, the person on the other end of the line may quote you the wrong information. It happens. Ask for the deductible amount, the out-of-pocket maximum, the family deductible amount, family out-of-pocket max, and the amount met on those items so that you know what the patient has left to pay. You'll want to know if there's a copay per visit and if there is an additional copay for exams. That sometimes is the case and it could sneak up on you and leave the patient owing. You want to find out if there is a coinsurance amount, a percentage of the insurance allowed amount that the patient is going to be responsible for. Coinsurance percentage can vary depending on the insurance plan and the specific terms of the patient policy, so you'll want to know that. It can also vary depending on whether the provider is in or out of network. Does the out-of-pocket maximum include deductible? Out-of-pocket max usually includes coinsurance and copays, but it may or may not include the deductible, depending on the plan. And then you want to know if the benefit year for that plan is by the calendar year or does it go by the anniversary of the start date. From when to when is that plan that you're getting benefits for covered? So that you know when to recheck benefits. I definitely recommend rechecking them at the beginning of every new plan year because things so often change and the patient may forget or not even be aware of changes to their coverage. Is your specialty specifically covered? You'll want to find out if there are any restrictions to coverage for your specialty with that insurer or patient plan. Is prior authorization required, and what is their authorization procedure? You will want to make sure that you get visits authorized for the patient and that you get a copy of the authorization to have on file in case visits are later denied for not having authorization, sometimes even when you do. Is there a limit to the number of visits or specific treatments within the patient's coverage period? Then for the really deep dive, ask about the specific codes which are most often performed or which are likely to be performed for that patient. Are they covered? Are there any limitations to their coverage? Ensure that the person doing the verification in your office understands the insurance process and the words on your form. Make sure that they have the time to do them and they know the importance of thorough verification to the success and financial well-being of the practice, which does end up in their paycheck too. Check us out at orionbilling.com. Have a great day.